So hey everybody, Daniel here again. And Jacob Pederson, this video is for you. The backstory here, crew, is that Jacob Pederson hit me up on one of my other videos and he said, hey Daniel, I'd like to see a video of you running processor. And this is it. It's not anything too glamorous. I'm running a Valmet 475 FXL. It's a 90,000 pound machine. It's a leveler, purpose built as a feller buncher. It's got D7 undercarriage, a 300 horse Cummins motor that has been detuned. It used to sit at, I believe it was like 330 horse or something like that. Twin slew motors, so it's got all the power you need for shovel logging, that tough stuff. Only thing that this machine lacks in is boom. The boom is not very stinking long on this, so if you're running a hot saw, that's all fine and dandy. But yeah, something like this, it's kind of a stinker. Don't really enjoy that. And I had a video on it before, but I'm running a Satco 425 processing head. It's got a 42-inch butt saw as well as a 42-inch topping saw. It's 3-wheel drive, has 360-degree continuous rotation, and there's your third drive wheel in the center there. That slender wheel above it is your measuring wheel. It just popped down. And this machine has all the creature comforts you want. It's got a comfortable operator's seat, has a Kenwood CD player with two really big 6x9s. And when I say big, I mean you can put some voltage through them. You can really get rocking and rolling in this cab. It's got air conditioning, good heater, good visibility all the way around. You'll see I'm grabbing these stems, shooting them all the way out and running them back because this pine has so many knots in it that if you don't do that first, and even sometimes manually feed your stem through for like a meter or two, it'll jump on the knots and you'll get a false reading for length. So something I always got to keep an eye on. I have to jump out here and there with a tape measure and a can of paint and check my lengths to make sure I'm not getting anything too long, I'm not getting them too short. They're very serious about when you cut your different grades. Actually, they give you 5 centimeter in either direction leniency on lengths, so they can be 5 centimeters too long or too short, and that's okay. They won't get on top of you about it. Any less or more than that and you're in trouble. We have a QC inspector that comes out occasionally and checks on us, and he goes through all the heaps and he checks for length, checks for diameter to make sure everything's within spec. Even a fraction, if you're like, for instance, your domestic saw logs are meant to be no less than, on the S30s, 30 centimeter in diameter. So if it's 29.5, it doesn't matter that it's that close, it's still out. And you cannot measure the outside of the bark. It has to be from the inside of the bark, what you're actually going to be cutting for timber. So it makes it challenging. That's about the best way I can put it. Been a real eye-opener for me. I ran processor in the States for 2 weeks. It was the machine I was on was a Cabelco 250 with a Logmax 7000 XT head, and that XT head, or that 7000 I should say, I didn't really care for it. I found that when you tried to grab larger stems with it, because it pinches your log to the side, whereas this one you'll see it pinches it up towards the third feed wheel. I had a really difficult time keeping logs in the head, and I mean, it measured really well. I never had problems with lengths. It was dead on. It's just that, yeah, I didn't like how it hung on to logs. It was a little bit difficult to work on as well. The valve bank was kind of in a funky spot. Having to lift the lid up on it and stuff, it was just a pain in the rear. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. And that's coming from a guy that hasn't run processor very much. I've only been in this one for 2.5, almost 3 months. So yeah, anyway, that's the deal there. Yeah, that was a little too small. It's about 10 centimeters. Minimum on these guys is 12 for KISS. Right, so right here, that tilts your head down. That tilts your head up. And then you've got feed, like feed towards me, feed away. These two guys here level out your cab, and then that guy just pops up and down your feed wheel. That switches from your butt saw to topping saw. See, now it shows that my topping saw is engaged. And I don't remember what these guys do. Oh yeah, I don't know why I got confused on that. This is your topping saw, butt saw. These guys don't do anything. Oh no, I don't know what I'm saying here. No, that one's your, I forgot, that one tilts your head up and back down. These ones don't do anything. Then you've got two triggers. It gets kind of confusing, you know, because I have it all memorized in my head. When I try and explain it, my mind kind of goes blank. You just do it so much, you don't even think about it, really. So yeah, that's the story on this processor. I'll maybe get in that. Oh darn! I just spit a chain out. I kind of had a feeling it was cutting really well, but you just have that feeling that it's gonna do it. Anyway, I guess we'll get out and fix that up. I took my hard Took my hard hat apart earlier because I was going to try and mount the camera on it, but that's not feasible. So bear with me here. Put it up here, be a little bit easier to get out of the machine and do all that stuff. So disc saw off. Keep my extra chains. I just put this bar on today. It's brand spanking new from Satco. So that's pretty sweet. There's part of the chain right there. And this is 3/4 pitch chain. Big stuff. Real pain in the rear to sharpen. There we go, maybe that'll work. Yeah. Almost. So what I'll do is, while I'm out, I'll go ahead and grab my paint can and my measuring tape and measure out a few of these logs I set aside. So that one's 30. So that one's going as A grade. Sorry about the wind. put this one as an A grade as well. This one's going to be Kiss. Kiss. A grade. Yeah, kind of a monster looking thing, isn't it? You can kind of get an idea here of just how much it levels, and it's not even leveled out all the way. You can go quite a bit more. Set my little tape measure there. All my chains that are bad. I put all my butt saw chains there and all my topping saw chains in the back. Yeah, so anyway, that's how you change out a chain and tighten it up and all that stuff on a Satco head. I appreciate y'all watching, and yeah, again, if you get a chance, check out West Coast Logging, Alex Esgate, BNS Logging, SWN02, Stump Jumper, Buck and Billy Ray, Caught on Top 3, Skadill, Fox Pine, KARALNZ, and Logger Wade. And look on my subscriptions. I've got a bunch of guys on there that I can't really think of the names off the top of my head, but they've got really good videos, and all those dudes I already mentioned are super knowledgeable and really have some good content and have some great viewers. So if you've got a question about something, more than likely one of the viewers has the answer if the guy putting out the videos is busy or something and can't get back to you right away. So yeah, anyway, appreciate you watching, and if you like what you see, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell at the end. And I'd say the same for all those dudes I mentioned as well. So take care, have an awesome day, and I'll be in touch. Bye now.